So next we will see about what is writer, what are all the writer classes available. So as told in the previous session, your data that you are going to handle using readers and writers are characters. So writers are used in order to write the contents into any of the device. Using your writer classes, we can just write the contents in any of the device in form of characters. So here writer is again an abstract superclass for the character streams that are used for writing characters of data. The writer is an abstract superclass of the character streams that are used for writing characters of data. So the writer classes are adept at handling Unicode characters. So it's nothing but your writer classes are good in handling your Unicode characters and hence are preferred to object output streams. So instead of your object output streams, just you can use this particular writer classes and you can handle the Unicode characters. So you can see the declaration of the class: public abstract class writer extends object. So we have already seen what is an object. So object is base class of all the classes that is created in Java. So again, writer is a class that is available in Java, hence this also comes under, or it is also the derived class of your object. So the subclasses of writer classes are as given below. So you can see that you have writer class and then you have print writer, we have piped writer, we have string writer, buffer writer, character array writer, your file writer. So your output stream writer inherits your file writer. So your buffered writer class. So just like your buffered input streams, buffer writer class maintains an internal buffer of characters and hence enable writer to write characters, lines, arrays and strings efficiently. So as already told, the efficiency is the objective of using a buffer. So whenever I try to pass a particular character over the writer, so the writer could handle a character by character. So in that case, if I want to read an entire line, so the next character in the stream will be buffered. So I need not spend time in order to get the next character to my stream. So my buffer writer will help me in order to get the data once that particular data has been buffered. So we can give a buffer of a particular size, or we can restrict that by using a new line character. So the buffer size can be specified. When the buffer size is unspecified, the default size will be used. So I already told you that you can use a particular buffer size, or you can also take your end line as the stop, that is your delimiter, to find out the end of the buffer. So buffer writer class extends again your writer class. Next is your character array writer. So we have seen byte array in case of your streams. You have seen byte array. So we have seen byte array for input also. We have seen byte array stream for output also. So we already know that your stream, that is your input stream as well as output stream, can handle bytes. So we have few classes which could read those bytes and construct an array. So here also we have readers and writers. So readers and writers handle characters. So what we have? We have character array reader and writer. So because the data could be read and written in form of a array, that is your character array. So there is no conversion needed in this case. So here we have character array writer class. It is used for writing a character into array of characters. The character array writer again extends the writer class. So the data written into this stream can be retrieved using 2 character array and 2 string methods. So 2 character array is a method that is available in your character array writer class. So writer class, you already know that you are going to write that particular data. So that stream holds some characters, that is array of characters. So we can use 2 character array method or 2 string method in order to write your data. Next is your filter writer. So filter writer already we have seen in all your filtered streams. Okay, filter writer, as the name suggests, it is used for working on character streams by manipulating the input data based on certain filters or condition defined by the user. So, already we have seen that a specific range of values, or if I want only ASCII characters, or for example, if I want characters from A to D alone. So, in that case I can set my filter writer such a way that I get only these type of characters. So, we have seen already this type of streams via in case of your bytes. So, here you can directly use character restrictions regarding your characters. So, this class is abstract, hence the way filtering is to be implemented by the user. So, we have seen about abstract class already, right. So, abstract class could not be instantiated. Wherever if somebody wants to have an implementation for that abstract method, the class which inherits the abstract method could be written or else it could be implemented by the user as they need. So, here file writer class is an abstract class and the implementation could be, the file writer class is an abstract class, the implementation of the filter that you need to implement could be implemented by the user as per the conditions that they are in need of. So, next is your output stream writer. So, your output stream writer acts as a bridge between your character streams and your byte stream. So, we have already seen about input stream reader. So, similar to that of input stream reader, your output stream writer could act as a bridge between two different streams. So, the class output stream writer extends the writer class. So, you can see here you have a character stream and you have a byte stream. So, your output stream writer, the input is of type character and then you can convert that into byte stream. So, the same way output stream writer, I am creating an instance of the output stream writer. Here I have system.out. So, system.out is nothing but our console. So, now here your system.out needs the data in form of bytes, whereas your input to output stream writer will be in terms of characters. So, this writer, this your output stream writer input, that is your character stream, is converted into the byte stream and then it gets printed in your system.output. So, this acts as a bridge between character stream and the byte stream. So, every time the write method is invoked, it invokes recalls, the encoding converter on the given characters. So, every time the write method is invoked, every time I am trying to invoke the write method, it invokes recalls. So, the encoding converter on the given character. So, now the given character is encoded into a format. So, characters that are converted into bytes are stored in buffer before they are written into the underlying output stream. So, you also have a process of buffering in the middle. So, whenever I convert from one format to another format, I can just use some buffer also in the middle. So, here we are trying to convert the characters into bytes. So, intermediate buffer is used in order to before you are trying to convert that into the stream or before you are redirecting that into the stream. This buffer size can be specified, though the default size is generally enough for most programs. So, here in this case also I can specify the buffer size, even though it is not mandatory, it is optional. The default size is generally used for the most of the programs. So, here you can see characters are passed to write are not buffered. So, write method, whenever I say this is not buffered, it is advisable to wrap an output stream writer within a buffered writer as shown. So, already we have seen the same in case of your readers also. So, buffer writer is equal to new buffer writer. So, here I have a output stream writer which is to your system.out. So, here we have a sample program. You can see I am trying to take set of arguments. So, here I am checking for the length. If it is not equal to 1, system.err So, already we have seen about this stream. So, system.err is nothing but the default, it will be your console. So, your error will be printed on the console. System.err.println, type the following in the command line. So, this will print the particular error. So, now system.err.println Java output stream writer demo myfile.txt. So, I am checking a particular file. So, here I have a file reader. So, the argument 0 should be a file name. So, I am displaying the output stream writer to standard output device. So, it means that I am going to write something on my standard output. So, output stream writer, I am giving system.out as the argument. So, now buffer writer, for which my output stream writer is parameter. So, here I have fr.read. So, it means that my file reader dot read. So, this will return an integer value of a particular character that is read from the file reader. So, file reader handles characters. So, the int form of that particular character will be fetched to C. If it is not equal to -1, so I am writing that into buffer writer. So, buffer writer dot write of C, that character is being written to the buffer writer. So, again I call a read. So, I continue this till I come to the end of that particular file. So, I am closing my file reader, buffer writer. So, now I am checking my exception, that is my file not found exception. So, if at all the file that is given in args of 0 is not found, so this will be raised, otherwise an IO exceptions will be raised in general. So, this IO exception could be raised in case if any of your stream is not been created.